Good day, everybody. It's Max, and welcome to Satisfactory Update 8. That's right, here on the 2,000-hour plus map. And that's right, real life is changing a lot of things up here at the moment. And it's going to for a while. Spring and fall is always kind of tricky for me. It's just the way it is, right? Like, everybody goes crazy for vacations in the spring, and then summer gets here. And then in the fall, everybody's comes back and things go crazy again. It's just the way it is. And to make matters worse is that I have several items that I have to take care of due to the terrible weather we've had in the last 2 months. So it's just the way it is. I want to thank all recent subscribers. Their names are going at the bottom of the screen. And of course, live chat answering Mr. Johnson's question. That's right. All the things, and of course everybody in all the time zones, wherever you're from, I appreciate that very much. I'm just pushing things here in the background as the map is loading. It has just finished loading. It's very exciting. I want to show it to you guys. And I'm going to, here in about 14 seconds. In 14 seconds, it's going to be just bright enough. It's going to be just bright enough outside. So before, let's push the buttons here, Max. Push buttons. There we go. And let's now switch over to this. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's as the sun comes up behind me. I mean, this is beautiful. I mean, this is what it's all about, people. This is what it's all about. When you get to stare down at a mega creation, right? The train is going by, right? You have machines, lots of machines. You have lots of machines working in the background, in the foreground, in all the ground. All the ground, people. That's right. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, it is beautiful. It is really nice looking. Hey, that's like, what is that? I don't know. It's like 250 to 300 refineries and making, a bucket load of Craterium wire using the Craterium copper method. We make a bunch of AI limiters here now and circuit boards and a bunch of stuff because this part of the factory. In fact, it's almost half the factory. This half of the turbo factory was making the materials for computers. But now it makes the materials for computers. It also makes the materials for supercomputers. And it also makes all the materials so as today we can have plutonium. That's right. It is recycle day, and I want to see the ching-ching on the meter, people. That's right. Nuclear waste goes bye-bye. Now, we've been converting nuclear waste into nuclear pellets for a little while. For the last couple of episodes, actually. But those boxes filled up some time ago as I've been working on this. And we now need to put in the final piece to have plutonium go bye-bye, right? And, I mean, look at all the new parts. I mean, there's just so many parts here, people. We got high-speed connectors. We've got the supercomputer area. We got the new train station area, which is taking parts to the nuclear facility that are made here so as we can get that plutonium. But we're also bringing in silica, unused silica that we weren't using anymore out there at the aluminum factory, so as we can make those high-speed connectors as an alternative source. And it's amazing. It looks amazing, people. It's a lot. This was a lot of work. Yeah, this was a side venture that took way too many extra hours, I must admit. Yep. So, now that we've done it, what are we going to do with it? We're going to make plutonium, gosh darn it. We're making plutonium. We're going to see what happens. By the way, where are we? You're probably asking, where the heck are we? We are over on the mega pillar on the other side of the water in this very small stretch of land. I'm going to try and bring it up here on the map in a second. Way over there is oil field 1. And then way over there behind that is space factory, right? That does all the space parts, the elevator parts. And then, of course, this is the turbo factory. And then, of course, over that way is copper, oil field 2, And then, of course, the nuclear plant and all that stuff is kind of over that way right about there. You betcha. Yeah, that's where we are. We are over here because this is the best place I could get this angle. Now, how are we getting back? How am I getting back over here? Holy smokes. Well, that's what we got this thing for. And I've got my running boots on, right? Yeah, I got my running shoes on. Okay, this is... How much gas do we got in the tank? 67. It's perfectly fine. This is perfectly fine, people. Yep. And just don't look down into the void. The void is very scary. Scary. Yeah, easy, 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 easy now. Easy now. Oh, don't go that way. No, that's the void. Don't go over there. Okay, there we go. Hey, we made it. We made it. It's awesome. All right. So, what are we doing today? Well, as mentioned, we got plutonium to turn on. You betcha. And I'm very excited about Plutonium Day because this means we can finally start reducing our nuclear waste count. You know, and I mean, this little side venture. Now, again, my calculations on doing the refinery side of things was just about spot on. But I grossly underestimated the time I needed to do the rest. It was bad. It was really bad. I mean, you know, I've probably spent 35 plus hours, 35 hours or more. I mean, we're at 2,260 hours on this map. All right. So we've played over 260 hours, you know, well, you know, it's intense. It's intense, people. It's intense. In fact, there's some parts that we're not even turning on yet today. So today, of course, I would like to actually turn these on before we go play with plutonium, because I would like to start building up the high-speed connectors. So this is going to be high-speed connectors, as you can see here. We got, I got so much quick wire. We got the circuit boards ready. We got silica here, brought in by train. It's great, and 60 quick wire. But we gotta hook it up and turn it on, so as we can start stashing this stuff up, right? And then, of course, over here is going to be supercomputers. We won't worry about them today. Supercomputers actually aren't needed here at all. They're needed for Phase 4 rocket parts. Up there in the upper right-hand corner, you can see them up there. They want a lot of them, 4,000 of something and 1,000 of something else. It's crazy. But we don't need supercomputers here, but we are going to use supercomputers over at the Space Factory because it's kind of funny. The two factories have never crossed paths, all right? So the Turbo Factory and its oil facilities were all one thing, and then the Space Factory and its oil facilities and everything was a totally separate thing. And I could cut one or the other off and totally shut one part down, and we could just do the other, right? But turns out this is going to be the first thing they share together, and we're going to make the supercomputers here, and then we're going to ship them on over to the Space Factory. And we actually have a third train station down there that's not being used just for that purpose. Things that we make here and we send to the Space Factory are going to go down there, that train station down there. This station here is plutonium parts. All the parts that we need for plutonium are going on that train that way. You betcha. And this is the silica train, which of course brings that in and does that. Now, I really wish there was a way like you could take rocket parts over and then bring silica back, but without a way to regulate how much silica it was putting on the train and stuff like that, and then how many parts it was taking back, there would be no guarantee that the cars would be fully emptied out every time. So you do have to run two separate trains for that. Maybe there's a mod out there that allows you to do that kind of stuff. I mean, you know, because it's kind of a waste that I have to use two trains to go to the aluminum factory, one running silica back here and one taking parts out there, because obviously we can't have mix and match or ruin all the stuff on the lines, right? So that would be a mess, people. It would be a mess. It would be messy. Okay, so let's not be messy. Let's fix this. Let's do this. Let's make this happen. All right. So, he says, what are you doing to make this happen? Well, we're going to hook this up. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Oh yeah. We make stuff here, people. We make AI limiters here. Yeah. We make control rods here. I know it's intense. It's intense. What can I tell you? All right. So let's see. Now you got to split this all off of there, right? Because that's the thing that's got to happen. Let's split this off here. Boom. We'll split that one off here. Sure. Yep. Do you want to split that one off here? You know what? I'm actually going to split that one off probably here. Yeah. Listen, don't give me a hard time with the collision thing, all right? I'm not really in the mood for collision today, so let's just all play along, people. Now, why have I got quite the scatter going on here? Actually, I probably could move these. I could probably move these closer this way again, because I can use the back side of this. In fact, you know what? I probably should do that just to make my life a little easier. So we'll do this, and then we'll do this, and we'll get rid of these two. We have to do the scatter thing because, of course, I don't mind a little collision. I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm so glad they allow that now. I am so happy with collision. But, I mean, you know, you got to have a little bit of belief, right? So I'm okay with a little collision, but I'm, you know, and then there's some things I'm not okay with, right? So a little collision's okay, but if, like, when you're running, if you're running, like, belts right through other belts, like 6 times in a row, that's pretty unbelievable, right? So we're doing this. Like this. And this is why we do what we do. You just messed that up. Great. Let's try again. Yep. Yeah. I think I might have to move this one a little farther than I want to. Oh, no, I can make that work. See, I'm okay with a little collision, but at least that looks realistic, right? Like, that's, you know, like, I'm not putting that one right on top of that one, right? Because that would look weird. Okay, oh, you know how it is, people. You know how it is. So, or, you know what? Maybe you don't know how it is, and that's fine, too, because that's just the way, it's just the way my brain works. All right, let's hook this sucker up. Yeah, put that in, boom, and there you go. Right about, is it right about there? I think that's one too low. I think right there is going to be fine. And then you can scoot right in there. Scoot, scoot. Does that look good? Aw, yeah, that definitely looks good. All right, you going to give this some power now? Well, yeah, sure I am. Where's the power pole at? Over here. Okay. So, before you do give this power, do you got this all hooked up? I don't know. Because, like, you got this side done. It doesn't go anywhere, but at least you finished it. What's this side got? Oh, okay, well, at least you kind of did something. Yay, you. All right. What's this? Are you oh, you got all your circuit boards, dude. Okay, I must have had a box of circuit boards laying around, and I just thought, yeah, I'll just put that there. It's perfectly fine. No one's going to look at that. Well, that's a problem because someone is looking at that, and it's me. And now I got to do something with it. Okay. Sure. Okay. Where are you going to put these? Let's put them over here. Sure, he says. Okay, let's do a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know what you said, lady, but if you interrupted my count, there's going to be some cranky. Let's see. Right, that's going to come right over here. Let's get rid of that for a second. And then let's put up a couple of things. Right? What side of this do you want to put this on? Oh, I don't know. Somewhere's around here. Hit the R button. Okay. Where's that going to be? It's going to be right about there. Yeah, I see a line. I see a line forming. There we go. We'll take that. Okay. Do. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to jump over all this mess. All right, that's fine. The line. Yep, that's the line. Yep, that's right. Gee. Okay. Yep. That's where we want. Okay. Cool. Now you gotta get up over this, jump over that. Okay. Oh. Yep. Hit the ground. Sure. Okay. And where are you gonna put these? You know, I really don't have a best plan for this. Let's just stick them in a box right now. You know what? You've done so much planning and so much organizing and so much everything for so long that why don't we just temporarily just stick them in a box on the side here? It's perfectly fine. We'll figure it out later. All right. Boy, you're letting yourself off a little easy today, Max. Yes, I am. And gosh darn, I deserve it. I deserve it. Okay. Like, did I get that right on the first try, or like? Okay, I was gonna say, like, you're just gonna let me give it. You're just gonna give me that one, are you? All right. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I like it when I don't have to work hard. Now, did I just line that up so perfectly that that's just gonna go? Wow. Did I ever not plan that and it worked out perfectly? That's awesome. Okay, I'll take that for $1. You betcha. Yeah, I'll buy that for $1. RoboCop. Okay, do that, and you can just stuff right in there. All right, there we go. Now we can plug this in, and hopefully it works. Hopefully it doesn't kill the power grid. I have no idea. How are we doing for power? Well, it's really kind of low at the moment. That's kind of scary, Max, because like, we're about to start a lot of stuff. I'm pretty sure we're pushing 50,000 now, right? It makes me very nervous. Anyway, and the reason is and you're about to find out why the power is a little low at the moment here shortly, but we'll hook this in anyway because I need the torture. All right, guys. Yay, us. Listen, how much of that quick wire did you take in by accident? 24, huh? That's all right. What are you doing with 62 of that? I don't know. Throw it out. Because it's scary. It's probably poisoning you or something. All right. You got one electromagnetic control rod in your inventory. Why? I don't know. Well, here, put it over here. Yeah, just chuck it in there. Anything else? Are you carrying anything else that's weird? Well, I do have 25 ingots of copper and iron. Why? Don't know. All right, cool. All right, well, sure. Hey, guess what we're making? We are making high-speed connectors now. Thank goodness. 3 a minute. It's not a lot, but I don't actually need a lot, turns out. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's, 18 machines here? 18, so let's say 20, right? 20 by 3 is 60. So, what is it? I think that's 48 at 18. 48 or 44. Anyway, it's enough to make the computer, the supercomputers that we need to have over here. All right. Now, why is power a little bit dippy? Well, that's because I got a lot of things turned off. And the reason that is that we're gonna make a quick stop here. Yeah, let's make a quick stop over here for a second before we hop on a train. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go over here to a points machine. Hey, you gotta like the awesome sync. No, you don't. I am, so many people support the awesome sync, and I do not. Do you see that in the distance? Do you see that big, huge, tall thing in the distance? Do you see that? That is where everything should be going to be sunk, right? Like, we're a corporation that makes things. It only makes sense that if we make extra things, we should send that to space and sell the stuff for points. That would make sense. But no, everything we make extra, we send it into a big grinder to be chewed up. That is the silliest idea I have ever heard. And I will continue to support the idea that all items should be shipped to the space elevator. But anyway, until that day comes, we have the grinders, right? Is what it is. Let's go up and have a look. I think this one is turned on. Now, that's because, yep, it is. What's the low point? So, one turbo motor is $242,000. Right. I love the sink itself. Yeah, getting rid of extra items is awesome, right? And getting rewarded for them, awesome. Yeah, but these things, not awesome, right? I mean, again, like, it makes no sense. If I'm running a factory, all right? So let's say I'm, Ford or GM, or I'm a car factory, okay? And I'm making cars, all right? And we need 6,000 cars this month, and I've made 6,600 cars this month, all right? Okay, well, what would I do with the extra 600 cars? Do you sell them to other dealerships? Do you put them in storage? Or do you put them in a big grinder and chew them all up? Right? It just... Sell them to other alien people. That's the space elevator. It would give it something to do. This thing's been sitting here for over 2,000 hours doing nothing. Nothing. It's just sitting there. And it's such a shame because it's got such great animation. The space elevator is just so exciting to watch. And you don't ever get to use it. It's such a sad reality that such a great thing was made and you never get to use it, right? Where if you had like a train, it even has ports on it. It even has a bunch of holes on it for you to stuff things into. It's sad. It's just sad, right? It's just sad. It kind of breaks my heart a little bit every time I look at it. Anyway, nevertheless, 242,000. Remember that number, people. We want to know if plutonium's worth more. Okay. But before we do that, we got to turn off a machine. So we know that one turbo motor is worth 242,000 points. And how do I know that it's one turbo motor? Because there's one machine running that's making it. It's right there, right? And this is why there's less power being used at the moment, because I turned all the other machines off, so as we could get a traction on that. Now, with that turned off, we should now be making no points. 0 points being made. That meter should drop to 0. All right. Let's go take a train somewhere. Cool. All right. No, yep. You goof. You went the wrong way, but sure. Do it. Do a 180 for the people. All right. That's really cool. All right. So we're going to run over here to this train station. And, we're going to jump on the plutonium support train. Oh, yeah. That's a thing now. That is definitely a thing. So, supercomputers will be coming in the future, obviously. We need them for the space factory, and that is a whole other balls of beeswax. You betcha. In fact, we're going to have a look at the map on the way over here shortly, because why not? While the train's driving over there, we can look at the map. All right, so this is the plutonium supply train. It has multiple items in it. It has these new the electromagnetic control rods. It has a bunch of steel in it. It has a bunch of heat sinks. And it has a bunch of stators. Now, the stators we are not using today. The stators are just on this train because they are going to be used over there for a little expansion. So it turns out, still bad at math sometimes, and it turns out I actually need more control rods than I'm making to do 700 waste a minute. But that's okay. we have so many extra control rods around. I'm not worried about that at the moment. So I'm taking. I have a car here for stators because I'm actually going to make some more control rods over in the aluminum factory. And hey, I mean, we have all kinds of extra stators around here, right? So I mean, you might as well just take them. All right, let's go. Put this thing in gear, big guy. Turn on self-drive. Oh, okay. I guess we're going to pretend to load up the train. I mean, there's not like, oh, did I not fill these cars? Maybe I didn't fill the cars. Anyway, we're gonna fill up the cars. I thought I'd filled up these cars already, but nevertheless, that's fine. Let it do a thing. It makes it happy, right? There we go. Ta-da! Good job, guys. Yep, we're out of here. Yep, nice toot of the horn, and we're off. Do 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 do. You betcha. Okay. Did you want to turn around? Hey, yeah, this whole brand new train station with the pulling out thing. Yeah, it's pretty snazzy. Okay, yep, you're good to go, dude. Rock and roll. Once we go by the other train station, we'll actually call up the map because, I mean, oil field 2 is boring, right? I mean, it has copper running there and it's working great, but, I mean, besides the copper, nothing else is running, right? So, you know, and these, of course, are the oscillator and rubber trains, right? This, of course, is all for making stators and rotors, right? That's all the steel and all the wire and all the stuff. It's all stuff. All the stuff that we use to make the things here, the turbo motor factory. I don't know, the turbo motor factory is, well, I mean, it will always be called the turbo motor factory to me because that's what I made here, right? When turbo motors came out, you know, I had this big dream of making, 50 a minute and, did the thing, and that's great. So it will always be the turbo motor factory for me. But, now that we're making even more stuff here, it's getting ridiculous. I'll tell you right now, it's crazy. It's crazy, people. I gotta get oil field 2 back running someday. I gotta get these extra rubber trains off of here. I mean, you gotta remember, like, they're carrying like 100,000 rubber in those cars. I don't want to get rid of them. Yes, we'll make 100,000 more, but that's just wasteful if you're throwing away stuff like that. As we go by the other train stations here. Okay, this is, of course, the main yard for bringing in stuff to the turbo factory. Everything from aluminum parts and all the jig-jags and all the stuff. Okay, let's bring up the map of things while the train's driving along, so as we can have a look at that. All right, cool. Here is the map of things. Boom, there it is. As the train is driving along, it's just pretending to slow down for something to do. And of course, we want to see the boxes around those. Boom, there's the boxes. Yeah, lots of green boxes. I like seeing lots of green boxes. Now, like I said, I actually shorted myself. I put in a wrong number somewhere, so I actually did short myself a little bit when it came to the magnetic control rods, or the electronic control rods, and that's okay. But I'm still going to leave. I'm going to leave the nuclear green. Yes, I do have to spend an hour or so over there to fix the fluid problem with making the uranium. Because I still have a fluid problem in those pipes, and I still haven't put in the extra valving to handle that problem. But I mean, I'm not worried about it. We're not using it all, so it's fine. So I'm going to leave the box green because it makes me happy. Gosh darn it! Especially since we're about to make plutonium and then crush it. Oh yeah, we're crushing it, all right. Let me tell you. So, we're going to get over here, and of course the turbo motor box at the very bottom is also fully green again. Let me tell you, it was a big job. It was a big project to convert that all over to refinery functionality and stuff, but it had to be done. Things have to be done, people. Things have to be done. So, it is what it is. as we are making our way over to the aluminum side. This is oil field 2, of course, in the background as I'm talking with the map on the screen. Oil field 2 doesn't really do anything at the moment, but it looks good. No, I'm not going to burn it in reactors right now. I'm just going to take the points and be happy. Now, it may come to a point where we actually got to stick it into reactors because we get desperate, but right now, I don't have to. I'm going to take the points and put a big smile on my face. We're taking the so we're coming by here the oil field. It's very plain. As you can see, we have lots of green boxes. Starting from the left, of course, that first green box on the left is oil field 1. It is green. Then the next green box is oscillators. They are green. The little box right beside that is the coal power plants. They're green and loving it. Then, of course, the sideways green box is what I call the main base box, and that is also where the Christmas factory is. It's all green. Now, the Christmas factory doesn't work, right, until Christmas, but the factory itself is fine. And you know, it's and of course the rest of that factory, which is a supply base, it's all green. The box at the bottom, of course, is turbo motors. It's green. The little box right beside that is, of course, the copper sheets factory. It too is green. And then starting on the far right, we have the nuclear facility, which is going to be green here. Well, it's green basically. And of course, the aluminum factory right beside it, which is also green. Which we have spent fixing up. We have 2 orange boxes. One is the bottom one is oil field 2. Oil field 2 is, of course, offline. I don't need it at the moment because oil field 1 is running so efficiently that it's giving us all the stuff. But it does have to come back online at some point in time. And then, of course, the other big orange box in the upper left-hand corner is Space Parts Factory. The factory itself is fine. Should run no problem. Checked it over. All the machines seem good, I think. It was the first factory I ever used refineries for doing mineral processing. So that's what you see over there. I'm going to have to actually update these maps now because this is the screenshot taken of the map originally before we started doing all the fixing on it. So of course, like the shapes of some of these things are actually changed now and they're actually bigger. It's actually scary. But yeah, we're coming in here to aluminum. Aluminum here on the left here. Let's get rid of that map and the things. We'll bring it back in here at the end. So of course, aluminum is over there on the left. Hey, look at that. And of course, it's working very well. And gee, I don't know what this is in front of me. It's just a bunch of nuclear reactors. Yep, that's how that works, people. That's a bunch of nuclear reactors. Now, you know, I really, before I get too far into it, I really should fix all the piping up. But you know, that's going to be, I don't know, what's that? That looks like it's 10 hours of misery down there. Do I really want to torture myself that badly? Not really. You know, I'm good. I'm okay. You know what? We're actually going to hang on this train for a second. I actually have a spare car over here. It's right over there, actually. So what we're going to do is we're going to stay on this train as we get over here. Because, you know, you might as well see the other station working. And then we're actually going to take the train back out a little bit. And then we'll jump off over here at the aluminum factory because I actually have a second car over here. And because I got tired of driving over here all the time. So I actually made multiple cars and left them in multiple locations. And but unfortunately, I haven't made a third car for out here yet. So we'll have to take the train back there a little bit and grab the car and then come back over here. So this of course is where there's 2 trains that come down this part of the line. This is the parts for plutonium. The other is raw uranium because of course now we're using so much uranium. The one in the cave is not enough. Well, the one in the waterfall cave is not enough. We're now grabbing all the uranium, of course, on an earlier live stream from the tunnel cave in the center of the map. And of course, it brings that here because, yeah, this is where you come to die with poison. It's, I mean, you know, it's a very scary place just to get out. Just getting out here is very scary all the time. Every time I jump out here, it's very bad. Okay, so as you can see, we're not going into that station over there. That's the uranium stuff. We're coming into this station here. Yay, us. Look at us go. Oh, yeah. And, of course, now, I don't think he'll actually drop off. I've actually, in the background, been bringing supplies over here on the sly in preparation for this stream today. So we, of course, have, I think I have almost everything ready to go here. Now, obviously, when I hook, so there's the lines, and you'll see they're not hooked up in the upper left-hand corner. As soon as we hook them lines up, these boxes would start to empty out, and then, of course, he would start to unload this full train, right? So I had, in preparation of everything, had done work in the background scenes as we get ready to turn on the magical things. It's like I don't know. It's like Disney on a very messed up planet. It's a very magical place. A magical place where there's lots of poison and creatures that eat you. And, you know, and I'm pretty sure Tinkerbell isn't coming to save you. But good luck with that. All right, I got to remember to jump out. I got to remember to jump out up here to the car. And then, of course, we'll bring the car over here and get ready to hook up the final pieces. Which means I'm hoping everything will come alive. I am kind of scared because I didn't really plan, like when I was building the nuclear pieces for getting rid of nuclear waste, all that was done, and that's great, but I didn't really plan on like having it jam up or having it stop. And unfortunately, when I timed the turbo factory really bad. Really bad. So I had designed it for like 10-15 hours of holding recycled waste into the pellets. But I mean, the turbo factory took me like it took me way too long. It took me like 30 hours, right? It was a night. It's been a nightmare. What's up? It's all good in the neighborhood. You betcha. Well, I hope it's good in the neighborhood, because I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. You betcha. I gotta jump onto this train up here. We're gonna jump in the car. We're gonna come back over here to nuclear, and with a little bit of luck, I put some pieces together, and we are gonna have plutonium happening for big times. Yeah, you betcha. As we come back across the aluminum factory here. What are you slowing down for, dude? Why are you slowing down? This track is more than wide enough for the both of you, dude. Like, what is the problem here? I don't understand that. That really bothers me. Like, okay, I could understand, like, there's a few spots on my track where the trains are a little close together. Mr. O, what's up? I hope it's all good in the neighborhood, sir. You betcha. You know, there's a couple of spots on the train tracks where the trains are close, and you know, sometimes they and this is kind of a known problem, right? Where they I'm driving, so just listening. No worries, listen away. I mean, that's what I do. I talk all the time. It's perfectly fine. In fact, you know what? Jump out here and run through the aluminum factory. Show people what's going on. And we can use one of the crunchers here to make sure that the points are at 0 at the moment. Okay, so hey, look at that, aluminum. You betcha. What's going on here? That is 0 points, people. 0 points are being done here. I've turned all these off or redirected them to do other things. So we are at 0 points, which means, gosh darn it, when we sink our first plutonium thingy, we're going to see exactly how many points this sucker is. I am very excited. You betcha. All right. As you can see, more belt wall. Gotta like belt walls, people. I mean, I make more belt walls. Yeah. Yeah, off camera, I up there, by the way, offline, and nobody even got to see any of this. We may take a drive up there after we get this up and running because we'll have a little time. Yeah, went up there, reorganized all the silica powder machines, redid all the belt work underneath, and got it all up and running more efficiently. In fact, I make almost twice the amount of silica that I actually need at the moment. So I think the amount I need is 3,600 a minute, and I think I'm making 5,400 a minute. So should be more than enough to do whatever I'm doing. All good. All right, second car. Let's do this. All right, we'll drive over, turn this sucker on. Hey, and soon it will be dark. So we should get, when all the lightning machines, right, the particle colliders, when they all light up, right, we should be getting some good vibes, right? Good particle collider vibes going on when this all fires up, because it should be crazy. You bet. Guess what, Nightbot? You are wrong today. Nothing is not the answer. We are up to all kinds today, buddy. We are about to have destiny. I want to see the points on this sucker. I mean, plutonium's supposed to be worth a lot of points. So, I mean, it's a lot of work. But I said that about the space parts, and I was very, very disappointed in them. I must admit, I put about 400 or 500 hours of work into that space factory when I was before I'd stopped playing the game there a while ago. And I mean, that factory is massively huge. And I was all excited because I thought the space parts were going to be worth at least the same amount as turbo motors, right? And yeah, come to find out, I was very, very disappointed. It was like, nah, they were worth a fraction of the points. And I was like, I could have used all this space to make more turbo motors, and you just ruined my life. I was so upset. Now, that being said, I don't regret making all the space factory, because it makes so many space parts that, doing phase 4 does become a lot easier to do, right? So, are we going to drive straight through here? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're doing that. All right, then. Okay, so... gotta love particle colliders. Yes. All the things. So, we have this. This is the magical thing of destiny. You bet. In fact, what I'd really like to do is not let it do that. I'm not going to let you do that just yet, dude. Nope. What I'm going to do is I just want one of them. I just want one. I want one. And I want one... I'm going to get a box. Yep. I just need a small box temporarily. Nothing big, right? Do. All right. I need this to go in here temporarily. All right, so we're going to wait until the machine puts one in the box, and then I'm going to take that one in the box, and we'll stick it in the machine, and we'll see what it's worth, right? Do you have power? Do we all have power? Do you have power? No, you don't have power. Why don't... okay, well, that's fine. There's no power here. Okay, cool. Well, there's a power pole over there. Do you want to use that? Can I use that? I don't think I can use that. Why not? Well, it looks like it's just sitting out there in the middle of nowhere. And it is. It's not. It's just sitting here. It's like I'm not a real power pole. Okay. I guess we won't use that one. Sure. All right. I guess we'll hook up the belts, then we'll worry about the power, and then we'll see what happens. All right, this is pretty exciting. Okay, so over here, of course, is the train parts, and we are now bringing in the appropriate parts to make plutonium. So, let's hook up some things, people. Okay, belt 1, right there, and boom, there we go. Part 2. Yeah, come on. No. All right, what's wrong here? What's your problem? I'm going to sneeze. Okay, I sneezed. I sneezed all over the place. Okay, first of all, what's wrong here? This was working perfectly fine. Listen, don't you dare... Yeah, I was going to say, don't you dare give me any trouble. This isn't even a question mark. Now, the fourth one I don't need to hook in today, so we're not, that's the rotors, right? We don't need to worry about that one today. Get in the car, because it's poisonous out here. Everything kills you out here, dude. Even the environment. The environment out here kills you. All right. Now, of course, we are going through all this pain and torture. That's right. Because, 7 million nuclear waste has to go bye-bye. Right? There it is. There it is. All 7 million of that nuclear waste that's been building up for over 2,200 hours. Yup. Has got to go. Yep. That's pretty intense, people. It's pretty intense. All right. So, you can see we got 3 of the 4 belts turned on. That looks like they're loading up. That's excellent. Let's go get my plutonium pellets. Yeah, down here. Do. So, all the machinery is good to go, right? Everything is ready, good to go, right? We take the waste, we convert it into these crazy blue pellets, which glow in the dark and make you really sick, but whatever. We're good to go, people. And as you can see, I had enough boxes here to go about 15 hours without worry. And then, of course, I blew up half the turbo factory and ended up needing about 35 hours. So we are ready to put the 4th one in. Let's do this. Now this is going to be a little crooked. We're just not going to look that way anymore. Okay. Did I actually fix that? Maybe I didn't fix it. You know what? Doesn't matter. We're not going to be over here very often. You'll never know that's crooked. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Okay, now for the big one. Yeah, you gotta plug this in somewhere, dude. Yeah, like that's a thing. All right. Where are we gonna plug this in? Well, you do got a power pole here. How nice. What are you gonna do with it? I don't know. Like, all of this stuff is like it's all used up. Like, you can't just plug stuff in here. Like, these are all 4x4 poles, dude. Yikes. Well, listen. First of all, let's do this. Because I want to be here when it turns on, right? So we're going to put a power pole right beside that sucker. That's not connected. All right, let's go for a walk. We'll just come over here. Oh, yeah, listen to them spinning up. Oh, look at them all glowing. Yes, do it. Do it. Yep, do it. I missed it. Look, I missed it. I didn't catch it in time. Listen, you're walking an awful far. Why don't you slow down here for a second? Figure out where you are. All right. I know there's a power pole I can use over here. I know there is. I think that's him, right? Yes, that's that guy. Okay, cool. All right, right? He's got power now. That's what you call power, dude. That's what you call power. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Spin up. Yeah, do the spinning things. Yeah. All 14 of you had better be spinning as we get ready to eat up life, liberty, justice. Oh, yes. Spin up. Yeah, lightning bolts and stuff. That's what I want to see, people. Yes, lots of lightning bolts. Can I afford all this power? I probably don't have enough reactors turned on, but whatever. It looks cool. I mean, it will look really cool when it all dies here in about a minute or two. Boy, it's a good thing I brought the extra filters on, huh? Radiation level, death. That's what happens when you're standing beside 7 million nuclear waste. Okay, so you guys are ready, right? I mean, look at the readiness here. We're so ready, right? You got plutonium cells, steel beams, electromagnetic control rods, and heat sinks. We are ready. We are ready. Are you ready to rumble? You betcha. Oh, yeah. Okay. And with that, plug this into there. Boom. There it goes. Oh, yes. Make things oh, look at the green light, people. I love a green light. That's right. Yeah. Do the crunchy thing. Do the crunchy things. Oh, yeah. This is going to take 4 minutes. This is going to take 4 minutes to get one. So, by that time, it will be dark. Well, I mean, it is what it is. It takes 4 minutes just to make one of these things. But, I mean, this is what... this is what it's been all about. I mean, I must admit, it has... you got an ad. I don't have ads turned on. What? You know what? That's actually really weird. I watch an STO live streamer, and he too is having the same problem all of a sudden. He's having the same problem all of a sudden where, like when I go in and I set up the stream, there's an option where it says, do you want ads to play throughout? And I just say no, right? Like, you'll get an ad when you join the stream, but then it doesn't. Then the other box says no ads during the stream, right? But he too is now getting ads put in through the stream. We think it's something that YouTube has done. Like, even though you say no, it still does it, right? So yeah, it's not me giving you the ads. I mean, I'm too handsomely sounding to do that to you. You know, I mean, I'm just awesome, right? So anyway, nevertheless, wasn't me. Hey, wasn't me, right? Just like the song says. I love all the green lights here, people. Oh yes, this is awesome. I can't believe that I'm going to be getting rid of all this nuclear waste. Bye bye. See you later. You bet. Oh, look at it go. Look at it go. That's right. Go down there. Get turned into goop. And then come back up here and get turned into points. I'm pretty sure I'm going to gain like an extra 10 frames a second just from getting rid of all this nuclear waste. It's going to be great. As the nighttime comes, I still got like 2 minutes to go before I get my first thing. Listen, you can't afford to stand outside the car like this, dude. It's death from above. Okay. Well, I mean, you do have 2 minutes to wait. I don't know who's going to be emptying out here. Let's see. Well, I mean, it's the machine at the end, right? That very first machine. Yeah. Well, I figured you knew it wasn't me. You were just surprised. Well, they are, right? I don't know what's going on. I must admit, it is a little bit of a surprise. Yeah, fire up the machines. Fire them up. I want to see lightning bolts, people. Lightning bolts. Yeah. It's kind of like going on Space Mountain. I want to be. Show me the lightning bolts. Yeah. Do stuff. Yeah, I want all the lightning bolts. That's right. Spin up the big wheel now. I don't know if yes, the big wheel even does lightning bolts. All right, yeah, there we go. I mean, I got 14 of these things here. They should be eating this nuclear waste like it's candy. You bet. This is so awesome. Yeah, makes me very happy. Makes me happy, happy and joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. I think that's from Ren and Stimpy. Gee, where do you come up with the examples today, Max? Oh, it's 95% complete. You got to drive down to the other end, dude. You got to drive down to the other end. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Watching all the lightning is awesome, but you got to drive down to the other end and, stuff. Okay, let's go. Am I gonna get to see this? Oh, there it goes. Look. Yeah. Hey, wait. Go. Drive faster. Drive a lot faster. Drive really fast. You got to get down there, dude. We got to get this thing in a box. Okay, there we are. Jump out. F key. Okay. Did we get one? Oh, we got two. Gosh darn it. That's not what I wanted. Now, these things are, like, deadly, right? I mean, no matter what I'm doing here, I'm going to die. All right, so, listen. Now, I need you to do this temporarily. This is very temporary. There. Take my one thing and stick it into the machine. Right? You did take my one thing, right? Yes, you did. Good. All right, take that away. Take this away. All right, listen. Get this thing out of your inventory, dude. It's killing you to death. First, put that away. All right. Boom. It is worth 1,530,000. No, it's not. That's only 153,000 points. Really? That's all it's worth? I thought it would be worth like 1,000,000 points. That's baloney. that's baloney, people. What can I tell you? Well, I mean, okay. I mean, it's not pocket change, but I mean, these things are really hard to make. I thought that would be worth at least the same as a turbo motor, right? I mean, 153,000? That's, I don't know. I'm feeling ripped off. Game, you're ripping me off on points. I know you are. Get rid of the other one. Here, take the other one and shove it in there. Yeah. Just shove the other one in there for a minute, would you? Okay, dude, stand out of the way. Shove this thing in there. Yeah, so I can stick the other one in there. All right, there it goes. All right, so now we can hook this all back up like it's supposed to be. Yeah, take care of that. Get rid of this. Okay, because we actually have like 4 of these things standing on the side, right? I am a little disappointed. Yet. Let's catch some wind and sparks. Yeah, so I must admit, I am slightly disappointed. I thought it'd be worth at least... I thought that was going to be worth 1,000,000 points. I really did. I thought, yeah, that's got to be worth 1,000,000 points. I mean, that's way harder to make than a turbo motor. Ah, bummer. Anyway, nevertheless, well, now we've just shoved a whole bunch of them in there. So in about... well, it takes about a minute to update the machine. So... We are making... Oh, no, we haven't done anything yet. You haven't shoved yet. Here, plug this in. Yeah, look at them all lining up here. Yeah. We do make 7 a minute, right? So, I guess that... I mean, the 7 together will make 1,000,000 points. Sorta, I guess. So, I guess we'll get 1,000,000 points a minute out of it. But, I must admit, I thought I was going to get 7,000,000 points. It's a little sad. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm very happy to now get rid of all the nuclear waste. So much nuclear waste. Oh, gee whiz. I was very concerned. I mean, it was one of the reasons why I stopped playing this map, was because it had gotten to the point where, you know, we could... I mean, the map was literally becoming bogged down with just nuclear waste everywhere. It was... well, I mean, come on. When you've got like 1/3 of the side of the map, you know, covered in boxes of nuclear waste, it was a problem. You know, it was kind of like a bad addiction, a real bad poisonous addiction. And so, you know, I had to do something with it. So it is kind of intense. It is kind of intense. But yes, okay, that's awesome. Now. Let's head on over here. I just want to make sure I see lots of green lights going everywhere, because that's important. This looks great. I like seeing lots of green lights. Oh yes, do lightning bolt stuff. That makes me happy. Hey, I did a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to make this happen. So I want to see lots of lightning bolts. Lots. I mean, I got 14 machines here. I should be seeing lightning bolts all over the place. Yes, do it. Do it. Yeah, you can even turn on the blue lights and them little circle things. As long as you're going to give me what I want. As long as you give me what I want, I am perfectly fine with this. All right. So obviously those lights are green. Like this. Like seeing those lights green. I see some yellow lights here, but that's probably because it's gonna have to play catch up for a while. So like obviously all these machines would have been stuffed full, and I can see some green lights down there on the far end. So as the machines get to start to empty out onto the belt, the lights will come back on, right? Yeah, and they're working, and it's actually working its way up here. There's only like 3 lights up here now, 3 lights left that are yellow. So that's gonna work its way down. That makes me really happy. The big bank of destiny here. Oh, wow, look at this. All green lights. Gotta love green lights, people. You just gotta love green lights. Bye-bye, nuclear waste. Bye-bye. Don't come back. Yickety yak. Don't come back. You betcha. Holy smokes, the examples I have today. What am I doing with my life? Okay, yeah, that's right. Blender City here. Of course, how do you get rid of nuclear waste? Well, you get a bunch of blenders with a bunch of refineries and a few particle colliders, and sure enough, you too can blast nuclear waste down to its lowest atoms and then just make it disappear, because that's what we do. That's what we do here. And it worked out quite well. We'll turn in here for a second. Nice to see all of this working. Look at all the nuclear waste going down the line. Oh, it's so good. So good. Yes. Go away. Right? Go away. Don't come back another day. Isn't that how the song goes? Oh, yeah, that's great. Makes me happy, people. Makes me happy. Yeah. All right. Yeah, looks good. Oh, yeah, even these ones are coming on now. So that means we're definitely shoving through enough stuff. So that means as the sun is going to come up. Now, the sun doesn't come up in nuclear land for another 15 minutes. But in the rest of the world, the sun comes up now. So that's awesome. We'll start working our way towards... let's start working our way towards, let's see. Oh, right, I was going to have a look at the silica factory. And I had to wait for daytime because there's a lot of spider action up there. I love this part of the day. It's like, yes, look at that golden hue as you watch all the poison rise into the atmosphere. I mean, this is the way it's supposed to be, people. It's the way it's supposed to be. I mean, you know, and then we take all the poison and then we destroy all the poison behind me. That's how it works. You know, I'm sure one day they'll have to give me an air cleaner or something, but besides that, who cares? All right, so I do have to empty out a tank here, though. As mentioned, the one thing I do have to come back to do. And yeah, we're in the swamp now. Again, the sun doesn't actually get here for another hour, so where is the tank? It's over there. Okay, I'm gonna sneeze again. Holy smokes! All right, well, see if we can hold on. Yeah, empty that. Gee whiz! I really gotta fix that. All right. I mean, yes, temporary solution is working fine, but it's not the best. Yeah, as you guys start to spin back up, I know. How about you guys? Oh, why are you guys stopped? You're not supposed to be stopped. What about you guys? Are you guys stopped? Is everybody stopped? Please tell me no. Okay, well, you guys... And it's funny because these guys always work. These guys work no problem, right? And then these guys over here jam up all the time. Drives me crazy. For breeze for the nuclear air. That's right, yeah. All right, where's your tank at? Because you guys are... gee whiz. Let me fix this. All right, yep. Give me this. There you go. Are you good to go now? Everybody good to go? Everybody happy? You gonna start spinning around, hopefully? No? Alright. Well, I can force that to be faster. Watch this. Oops, you ran out of gas, dude. Just a second. I'll come down here and I'll do this. Oh, you guys are spinning up now. Okay, well that's good. Yeah, I do got to come down here. I really do got to fix this. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Listen, empty this one more time before you leave here so you know it's not going to be a problem for a while. Okay, there we go. And go empty the big fatty one. Because this one jams up like all the time so fast. I put in the extra big one. Yep, empty that out too. There you go. All right, let's jump in the car. We'll get out of the crazy swamp. Gee whiz. It's too bad the swamp is like this, you know. Where's the car at? Where'd you parked? It's dark all the time here. Okay. It doesn't even get light enough over here until lunchtime, like in the rest of the world. Okay. Now we'll take a quick run up. The spiders will be long dead by the time we get up there. It may be dark here in nuclear land, but the rest of the planet is not too bad. We'll get out of here. I'm glad we're getting to do this today. Of course, they are releasing a patch this week. And I was a little afraid that if I didn't get this done here before they release the patch... Ooh, slow down. There's a train coming. Okay, are we good? Yeah, we're good. Okay. If I didn't get this done before the patch came out, I was worried that they're going to be making, they're going to be doing they're going to upgrade the Unreal Engine, I guess, or whatever. They're going to upgrade that to 5.2, which of course I'm sure will come with lots of bugs. And I was a little concerned that if I didn't get this done, then we might not actually been able to get into the file until they patched it some. And I didn't want to break this file. So, I've got lots of copies and backup saves of this file. But at the same time, if we can avoid any pain, I like to try to do that. Gee whiz. It really is too bad that the lighting here in the swamp is just bad. Right? It's like it makes no sense. It makes no sense. All right. Go this way. Yep, there you go. Dude, you're out of gas. What? That's a thing? Yeah, it is a thing, and you're out. All right. Okay, there we go. We're fine. Everything's fine again. Good. We'll run up here. Turns out when they in one of the map edits they did, they must have added a bunch of stuff, and I like it when they add stuff because it makes my life easier. Particularly when they add silica. So, it turned out up here they added 3 more nodes. Whoa! Easy there, big guy. I know this hill stinks. It turns out they added 3 more nodes of silica up here. So, that meant that up here, on the top of this plateau, there's now 6 nodes up here. It's crazy. I know. And I was going to take full advantage of that. Hello. So, because, I don't have enough belt walls. So, I was going to take full advantage of that. And I did, too. Holy smokes. I jumped right on top of that. So, up here... I actually need... It would have been really nice if they had 8, but 6 is awesome enough because I have 8 ports. So I was using, and this is now, I was using these 3 here, and so there's 3 silica here. Each of these puts 600 out for 1800. I was using these 3 here to power this factory above us, which is when I look up, it's black. But I was using that. This here is the original setup for silica, by the way. This is some more historical reference. This is about 1,700 hours ago. This obviously isn't used anymore. My original silica setup before everything went crazy. But they then introduced 3 more right over there to the left. To the left, to the left. It's always to the left. Yeah, right over there on the left. So that allowed me to double production from 18 to 3,600. And of course, then you do the math on that on conversion because it converts 22 to 37, which I think works out to be like 5,400, which then allowed me to convert all this. You bet. Because the things you do offline, because I didn't have enough to do this week, converting an entire factory because you blew it up. So yeah, now 5,400. Look, we're making so much of it that some of the lights are yellow because we're just full all the time. That's great. Just the way we like it, people. Just the way we like it. You bet. I must admit, it made me really happy to have the extra silica over here, because I mean, I have no problem having this handle all my silica needs for around the map. Now, I do have a dedicated oscillator factory in the center of the map. It, of course, obviously has its own silica. It's making oscillators. This is just making the powder, right? I mean, look at the belt wall. I mean, it is impressive. It's always impressive to look at. Look at this belt wall, people. That's right. 16 belts of amazingness going all the way down there to the aluminum factory, and now being put on trains and shipped across over to the turbo factory too, because that's awesome. And then, of course, we have nuclear over here. And then, of course, in behind that, all the extra nuclear waste, which is now being disposed of. I can't believe I'm saying that. That's just so awesome. Okay, so I'm going to park the car, and then we're going to zip back, because Mr. O wants that. So let me go park the car. Sure. I guess one more thing we'll have a look at before we do go park the car is just right over here. It's nothing exciting. And this is for 1.0. We just come over here and we drive down the little ramp, do like this. And of course, again, oil out here is broken, right? So like that's why there's only a single line of train track out here, though in the future that will be fixed. And then out there in the great unknowns of destiny, along with this stupid creature. That's right, people. Destiny is out here. Yep. This is where 1.0 is going to go. So, obviously, I have not built anything in this one part of the map. This, of course, is the Great Desert in the upper right-hand corner. And I have not built anything here. I never have. I mean, you know, when it was the original desert, I didn't build out here. When they redid the desert, I didn't build out here. What are you doing, you stupid creature? Yeah. You're lucky I'm not feeling entertained, or I just push you right off the cliff with the car. That's right. Yeah, while you're ignoring me. Whatever. Jamie! That's right. It's Jamie. It's Jamie's fault. So, this is where 1.0 is going to go. Now, I suspect, you know, they're going to, I mean, they'll have Update 8. They're going to have to mess around with that. I'm assuming Update 9 will then be just kind of cleaning things up. And then I think Update 10 is going to be the release of 1.0. It's going to be the full storyline. It's going to be the use of SAM ore. And this is where that factory is going to go. I will just plow this all down. Noko, what's up? I hope it's all good in the neighborhood. That's right, it's Jamie's fault. I mean, we're just going to plow this down and build the big mega factory here with whatever SAM ore is supposed to do. It's going to be awesome. You know, I've been holding on to SAM ore for years. So, you know, and it's hard. You can only get 50 at a time before the machine breaks down, right? It's kind of short circuits. So I do have a little SAM ore every once in a while. I kind of toy around with the idea. But, oh, you know what? I want that. Yeah. I'm a little low on nuts lately, so every time I try to remember if I do see a nut tree, I try to pick some up. All right. Okay, let's go take the car. We'll park it down. We'll take one more drive by the. I think we'll take one more drive by my nuclear waste facility now that it's all plutonium, because it's awesome. And park the car, and then we'll zip back using the zip line. I think I have it with me, so we're good there. Go there to kind of take care of things and all the stuff. So, yeah, the next episode is actually going to be a review episode. So, I mean, we've done a lot in 265 hours, right? You know, when we started playing the map, it had 2,000. What did it have? 2,002 hours on it. When we started putting it on the stream, and now that it's 2,260 some hours, I mean, we've rebuilt almost all the map. right? I mean, everything. You got to remember when we first on the first stream, all the boxes were red. All the factories were red. In fact, we didn't have power running. Well, we kind of had power running, but it was going to break, right? Because the nuclear power was all messed up. It was a disaster. We had to fix nuclear almost right away just to keep nuclear running. And then, of course, we had to, once we had nuclear kind of stable and at least so as it wouldn't quit making power, then we had to, of course, focus on rebuilding oil and plastic and rubber, because obviously all that was broken. And then we had to fix the turbo factory the first time, and then I broke it and rebuilt it again the second time because I'm crazy, right? And then we had to come over here. We had to redo the entire aluminum factory because, of course, they changed all the formulas for aluminum. And this was the one factory I got a bonus on, right? Because it used to, aluminum used to be so hard to make. And I had, 156 refineries here, and now it's 24. It's the only time I've gotten a break in this game. It's the only time. Every other time, it's multiplied tenfold. It's very sad. It's very sad. This game makes me work so hard. The swamp, yeah. The thing, the it. Is that what that is? That's stupid, silly YouTube thing. It fell into a swamp. The period. I don't know what fell into the swamp. Mystery, people. You're causing me mystery. Well, something fell into the swamp. I know that. Oh, then it fell into the swamp. Yeah, definitely, right? Well, I mean, the swamp. Now see how the color is normal over here? But it's only normal over here for 3 hours every day, right? You got to do all your work in the swamp for 3 hours every day because, so much has happened, right? Then, put on top of that, we had to fix all the trains, right? Because, when we first loaded the map, all the trains had crashed, because, of course, they were all running on single track, and all the trains had crashed. So we had to double all the train track and fix all the trains, put signals in, all the things. It was intense. It was intense for a while, right? Look at the plutonium going bye-bye. Aw, yeah, that's a thing. So, while you're standing out here getting poisoned to death, how many points are we getting out of you? Well, we're getting it's a little all over the place. Between 1.2 million, 1.5 million there. That's not too bad. I would say on average we're getting about 1 million points. We're getting about 1 million points if we had to average that out. So, that's not bad. We're getting rid of 700 nuclear waste a minute. We're only making about 400 nuclear waste a minute at the moment. Because remember, we do have some of the nuclear turned off. In fact, we should actually have a look at a power pole here. Yikes. No, don't do that, dude. Listen, go stare at this power pole for 10 seconds and cry in a corner, would you? What do we got? No. Thanks, left hand. Yeah. That line's getting closer up there all the time, dude. It's getting pretty scary. Well, that's fine. Listen. Max consumption, 124. Yikes. I think I can only do about 100. I'm really worried about that. Because, put aside the fact that, I've turned the turbo motors off, right? When I go turn the turbo motors on, that line's going to crank back up. So let's go do that. Let's go park the car. We'll park the car, we'll zip line back to the turbo factory, and we'll turn on the turbo motors, and then I might cry if it all blows up. But if it doesn't, great. At least, but I know we'll be running it pretty close to the limit, that's for sure. Yikes. Listen, do you want to take the train over here back? I don't, instead of the other train? That would actually be the better train to take. Is it? I don't know. Does sound like there's a train here, though. Oh, good, it's just in time. Yeah, dude, hurry up. Hurry. Yeah, you gotta catch this train, dude. Yeah, do that. We'll take the train out of this area, and then maybe we'll zip line it from, like, oil field 2, right? Just saves me from... Oh, no. Yeah, dude. And boop. There you go. Nice. Yes, take that stuff over. Yep. Unload some of the stuff. All the things. Makes me happy. Look at that. Look at all the nuclear waste going bye-bye. Now, I did do the math on that, right? So, to get rid of all the nuclear waste now, at our current capacity needs, I think I'd have to leave the computer running for nearly 20 days straight at 24 hours a day. Like, it's not, like, as much as I wish all the nuclear waste would disappear, like, right now, it's not going to disappear right now, right? So let's just be realistic on that. So, yeah, that's a thing. But anyway, nevertheless, got to start somewhere, people, and that's where we start. We getting rid of nuclear waste one barrel at a time. Holy smokes! I must admit, it's been so intense, like having millions of nuclear waste finally going out the door. It's kind of a sense of relief. As mentioned, next week, of course, is going to be Starfield, the big start of Starfield. I don't want to start another big project in this because obviously Starfield's going to take a lot of my time. So next week, we're probably going to do a review episode of everything I've done, all the building we have, right? As long as it's going away faster than you make it, right? Well, that is the goal here, right? And that's why I'm trying not to turn on as much as I mean, you can turn everything on. Like, I could even go turn on the Space Factory at the moment. I mean, it's kind of okay to turn on, but needing all that power doesn't benefit me, right? So right now, right, we're only producing a little over half of what it can consume. So, if it can get rid of 700 a minute, but it's only consuming, or we're only making about 360 to 380 a minute, well, at least we're gaining on it, right? Again, we're not gaining very fast, but we're gaining, right? And that's kind of the thing. That's for sure. And I mean, we're going to do the big tour next week. I think, there's a few little odds and ends that I'll probably play with just to kind of tidy up a little bit. And then we'll do a bit of a tour to have a look at the map, everything that we've done, next week. Because, next week, again, with Starfield starting, we'll be playing a lot of crazy Starfield next week, right? So, that's just going to take up all the time for the next multiple weeks. It's going to be multiple weeks of craziness. So, okay. What do you I'm not sure if I'm ever going to redesign this section or not. Now I say that. I'm not talking about a redesign of everything here. I'm just talking about this track layout. Having two spots, see how it's got to slow down again, because that's the entrance that we just went by, and this is the exit up here. If I have the entrance and the exit together, like on a double rail, then I only got to use one set of signal lights for that, and then the train only has to slow down once. So I think I've been thinking about taking this rail and having it curve back out there, but it's you know what? The list is so long that is the least of my problems. At least it works. There's no problem with that, right? By the way, there's the original aluminum setup down there. You didn't even need refineries or anything when aluminum first came out, right? Aluminum was just made in assemblers, and it was like you took this new thing called bauxite, and I forget the other thing it used, but it was only 2 ingredients, and you just shoved it in, to assembler, and presto magico, you had aluminum, and it was great. And there was none of this painful experience with water or anything. But now, of course, life is different. Life changed. It's very sad. We're going to jump out here in a second. We're going to take it from this tower onward, I think. We're going to jump around. Jump around. Jump around. Jump, 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 jump. You betcha. Everything Jamie. Everything Jamie. You betcha. Did you build all this? Oh, yeah. You betcha. In fact, before we do the jump, I'll bring up the map. I will bring up the map, people. So, because we haven't looked at the map here. Well, I mean, we did earlier. So, there is... nope, not that one. This one. There's the map of all the factories. And, of course, all the green boxes is all the factories we fixed since Update 8 come out. And, well, actually, since Update 4, because that was the last time this map was played. And then, of course, we fixed up all the trains. We fixed up the oil fields. We fixed up the turbo factory. We fixed up the aluminum factory. We now have recycled uranium waste, you betcha, and all the stuff. And, of course, the space factory is up there in the upper left-hand corner in the orange box. But we could turn it on. It would work. It's just there's no sense turning it on until we're ready to do the Phase 4 parts, which, of course, are right behind this box. You guys, you can't see that, dude. Yeah, so if we take that away, there's the Phase 4 parts in the upper right-hand corner. And as soon as we're ready to do those, which we're almost ready to do those, right? We can get ready to go. Listen, are you getting ready to do the zipping of the line thing that you're really bad at? You guys just watch. You guys just like watching me torture myself on this. Shh. Anyway, whatever. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. Yep. There we go. Yep. There's trains. We'll say goodbye to the nuclear side of things. We're gonna, of course, we're gonna go right past Oil Field 2, which of course is offline. There's Oil Field 2 over there, but Oil Field 2 is not online. Oil Field 1 is what's handling all of our rubber and plastic needs now because it's so efficient. Oh, you missed it, dude. There you go. But we're going to rebuild Oil Field 2 one day. In fact, we're even going to make it even bigger than it was. It should be pretty intense as the trains go by. Because I have plans for the future, people. Plans for the future. So we, I mean, that was a whole episode right there, right? When we had to tear all of this out and then repair the copper part of it. You'll notice here I'm experimenting. I'm probably going to convert all that copper into refineries so we can get even more efficiency out of it. Because, oh, where are you going, dude? No, we got to go this way. No. I know where you want to go. You can't go that way. Let's go this way. What are you guys doing? You silly bean plants. You drive me crazy. That's right. Yep. We just move a little gas around here. It's perfectly fine. We take a few pipes and we run them all across the map here. It's all good. Yep. Yep. Nothing. We're just moving some gas around. I mean, it's only gas, right? Yep. Some hydrogen gas. Yeah. And, of course, the nice part about it being getting that gas way up there is that you don't have to use any pumps because it's the gas I'm getting is from way up there on the top of that rock. Obviously, no worries about that, right? Of course, man. I mean, it's what we do here, right? I mean, and I must admit, this does look really good. Now you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Yeah, I am in trouble. Because this collides with that. And yeah, there you go. Good job, buddy. Yeah, nice job. Yeah, my pipes crisscross here, so I have to do things. All right. And then this is back in the turbo factory. We might as well take the zip line straight to the machines themselves. There's that's the supply base, right? Supply base and the Christmas base is up there, right? aluminum casings, MCUs or RCU units. The cooling units are over there. Stators, rotors, motors, and turbo motors. Nice jump. Nice jump. Yep, turbo motors. Yay, us. Look at all the turbo motor factories. Let's turn them on. Then watch I cry as all the power goes dead. Okay, so off you go. Let's turn this side on first, and then I'll jump to the other side. Let's not get too hasty here, Max. Let's try just turning on 6 of them. Okay. I like that plan. Because, you know, if we turn on too many, you know, maybe things may actually blow up. There we go. Okay, and I mean, you know, 6 at 1.875. I think that's like a 10 or 11, right? Where's my calculator? 6 times 1.875 is 11.25. So I mean, that's 11 turbo motors a minute right there. Now, yes, we used to make 50, but you got to remember we're diverting a lot of stuff now to well. I'm not diverting all the stuff yet, but we are starting to divert stuff to other uses, right? Like the supercomputers and stuff like that. All right. Then you're gonna, yeah, you only need a minute. We're gonna go stare at a machine. I don't know where I parked. Oh, the car's parked over there. Darn it. I don't have any power lines to take me over there. Well, I mean, I have lots of little power lines, but gee whiz, using this monstrosity contraption to get over there with them power lines would be crazy. You better get underneath this thing, dude. All right, well, listen, we'll run over here. We'll get the car out. Yes. This is Starfield in Satisfactory. That's right. That's right. Take that, scumbag. You know it. Just give me all your resources, because I'm pirate guy. Yeah, you know it. All right, let's take the car back up, and this will give it more than enough time to get to see that. More stuff. It's just more stuff all over the place, people. All over the place. So, of course, I am going to... I did take a really nice shot of the new turbo motor factory. I'll put it up on Discord and a couple other pictures as well. Of course, be sure to join Discord, and all the other the socials are down in the video description. I announce daily what it is I play on Discord. Well, I post the weekly schedule on Discord, as well as what I play each day, because, you know, things that, yeah, you should build a hypertube network. Oh, Noko, you think? Everybody else does that. Everybody builds hypertube networks. I'm boring stuff. You know, I'm more adventurous. Is that what we're calling it now, Max? We're calling it adventurous, are we? Well, you know, we're calling it something. Maybe a little insanity at, you know, because I'm pretty sure I probably went crazy a while ago. You know, maybe I should build a few hypertube launchers. Maybe we'll do that at some point in time. It would make it a lot easier to travel between the space factory, the turbo motor factory, and the nuclear factory. I would say that. You know, because I mean, it's kind of crazy getting around here sometimes, right? You know. So with that, get up here to my favorite ticket machine. Now, do I need the points? No. I haven't needed the points in 2,000 hours. You know, I got all, you know, you get all the statues and the stuff and the things. What else are you going to get? Some lights, I guess. You know, and lights is another thing we'll put in one day, but whatever. Okay. We have arrived. The only building in my whole factory, right here. Well, it's the only building, period. All right, let's see what we got. We are now getting, oh, look at that, almost 4 million points a minute. Not bad. It's okay. right? If I turned on a few more turbo motors, we'd definitely get 4 million points a minute. I mean, when you need like 100 million points just to get a ticket, it's kind of scary. I got a golden nut. I got golden nuts. Like, there. You want a golden nut? There. Have a golden nut, a golden guy, a silver guy, a bronze guy. We got this guy. We got stuffing. Look, I even got a golden beanie, right? I mean, whatever. We got golden stuff everywhere. Oh, can I catch this guy? Probably not. Can I catch you? No, I'm not going to catch him. Gosh darn it. All right, well, sit up here and stare out into the universe. All right, as we are overlooking the turbo motor factory, it would have been funner if it was on top of him, but whatever. I want to thank you all for hanging out today. That's right. Put up the border and the stuff. Sure. As mentioned, all the green boxes. I'm really happy about that. We're going to do a quick tour next week of all the factories. We'll probably start over at the... where do we want to start? We'll probably start at nuclear, just so as we can see how well the nuclear waste is going along. And of course, we'll work our way back around, just kind of sort of what we did, except that we'll keep going out past these other green boxes. We'll even stop in the woods here, into the midst of the jungles, to have a look at the oscillator factories and some stuff like that. You bet. These nuts. And of course, we'll stop at the space factory. Because that's going to be very shortly where we start repairing all the things. It was all the thing. Ignore that. Ignore that. No way, dude. That's very that is very weird. That is very weird for Mr. O to say that. I'm not ignoring that, right? I mean, that's just the way it is, right? Yeah, golden nuts. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Of course, I want to thank all the recent subscribers as their names are going at the bottom of the screen here. Turn the map off, dude. Turn the map off, so as people can see the factory while we take things out. Because you just spent way too much time fixing this thing. That is something that Noko would say instead, right? That's for sure. Of course, a big thanks to chat, including Mr. O, Noko, Mr. Johnson, Jamie W, you betcha, Hector, Sanchez, and you bet. I remember from earlier. I want to thank you all for hanging out and doing all the things, and of course everybody that watches later on, I appreciate that as well. I'm Max. This has been Satisfactory Update 8. The 2,260 hour map. I do have to save this. 2,261 hours and 13 minutes. Well, actually now it's going to be 2,263 hours because I'm about to save it again. You bet. And of course, what do we got tomorrow? The brand new DLC of Icarus. Right, premiere stuff. I will be in the hospital for a while tomorrow, so it's really going to be an exciting day, people. I hope that when I get home, I'll be good to play. Let's just cross my fingers and toes on that. Brand new DLC for Icarus, New Frontiers. I've got all the thumbnails and all the stuff made, so I got my fingers crossed, my toes crossed, all the things crossed, and if we get a little lucky, we're going to be playing some crazy Icarus. You betcha. I want to thank you all for hanging out and doing all the stuff. And I will see you all on the next one. Take care.